I've kept a journal for as long as I can remember. I used it to chronicle my every thought and dream, until the day I opened it to find it completely blank. I feel like there's something up with my mother lately. She always means well, but something's off. It's just a feeling. Sometimes I worry about Elena being too shy. It makes things difficult, especially at school, but she's still my friend. I've known Elena since we moved to the area. She was my first friend round here, and I think I was probably hers too. We had each other and that's never changed, but even once I started to make other friends, she didn't. Elena's upset because of a rumour that she broke a window at school. She says she didn't do it, but John already told her parents that it was her. John's a friend of the family, but he hasn't been around much lately. He works nearby, but there was a time he visited my parents and me often. John seems to miss us, even though he doesn't visit anymore. I asked him why, but didn't really get anywhere. He always makes serious questions into some kind of joke. We didn't leave things well after speaking about the window. Elena didn't want to talk about it anymore, and in a way I was glad.
The Girl and the Roller Coaster. Once there was a great travelling carnival, renowned for its splendour across all the land. Where they travelled, they brought with them the strangest and most wonderful sights. The Big Top held some of the most talented circus performers who had ever lived. For the thrill seekers, of course, so much of this magic was just the backdrop for the rides. It was the rides that the girl cared about above all else. Each year she returned, the ride seemed even more exciting. No more so than the year she was finally tall enough to ride the roller coaster. In her mind she had built it up to something almost unreal, yet wonderfully it did not disappoint. As she got older, life got more complicated, until one year she was so wrapped up in life that she decided not to go. It was months before she realised how a part of her felt empty at having missed it, a sense of loss she couldn't explain. However, the carnival never returned. Her mother told her perhaps it closed down. Carnivals were no longer so impressive in this day and age. For some reason she blamed herself, as if somehow it was her fault they were gone. It had been so important to her. Why had she let it go?
Anne's always been a really good student, and that's never changed. She's really smart, but she takes things so seriously that some people tease her for it. It's terrible that everyone treats Anne so badly. It's why you shouldn't stand out at school. People don't like it. I've always envied Catherine a little bit. She's beautiful and popular, and even though she's not that smart, almost everyone likes her. I don't know why I go along with Catherine messing Anne around so much. Anne's not so bad, really. I wish I knew Keith better, but he doesn't talk much about himself. He works really hard, but everyone still likes him. There's always something going on with Trevor. He's always in trouble for something. It's almost as if he enjoys it. I've always been envious of Trevor's ability to draw. I wish I had a talent like that. It's not surprising that Catherine's been all over Keith. If they got together, the whole school would be talking about it. Anne's never really shown any interest in boys in our class before. Her asking about Keith came out of the blue. As usual, Catherine wanted me to mess with Anne instead of doing her own dirty work. Usually it's all good fun, but occasionally she can be really mean. Catherine has a mean streak, and Anne is a prime target for it, especially if she and Keith got together. But I know telling him how Anne felt was the right thing to do. It felt good to encourage Anne, even if Catherine would be furious about it. I hope she makes a decision she's happy with. Mrs. Martin is a good teacher. She can be strict, but she hasn't forgotten what it's like to be a kid. This situation with the test is a mess. Catherine's too stubborn to ever admit to doing something wrong. Somehow she always manages to turn it around on someone else. Trevor was only trying to help out when he got the answers for me. I should never have given them to Catherine too. My friendship with Trevor and Catherine is more important than having to retake some stupid test. I only bent the truth for their sake, but I wish this didn't have to get back to my mum.
The Lion and the Chicken. Mallory had worked the carnival's coconut shy for nearly 5 years. He didn't like to talk about his old life, but he loved being part of the great carnival. He always took his lunch in the big top. He liked to watch the tightrope walkers and dreamed of one day being up there himself. One evening the Lion came to him in his dreams. He knew of Mallory's desire to be up there in the spotlight and offered a deal. Bring me one of the circus master's prized chickens and I will help you get what you want. Mallory felt bad about stealing the chicken. He knew how much the circus master loved them. Yet he could not pass up this chance. He slept uneasy that night with the knowledge of the blood in his hands. In his dreams he sought out the Lion to return the favour. The Lion regarded Mallory with disdain and told him he was merely a lion and could not help him reach the heights of the tightrope. Mallory demanded to know why he had lied to him. The Lion told him it was not his fault. His instincts drove him to eat, and he would have promised Mallory anything to satisfy himself. No one ever confronted Mallory over the chicken, but he was sure they all knew. He never felt happy there again.
My mother wanted me to pick up a package from the post office. It made me really anxious for some reason, but she seemed pretty insistent. Keith wanted to thank me for helping him find a girlfriend, but it just made me feel even worse about it. Collinsworth has run the charity shop in town for as long as I can remember. I can spend hours in there, chatting with him or searching for treasures. A policewoman stopped me because one of the snow globes had been stolen. I had no idea what to tell her. I'd never been in trouble with the police before. I didn't really want to admit to Mum that I'd stolen the snow globe. I thought it would make me feel better, but instead I just felt worse. Taking the snow globe back to Mr. Collinsworth was one of the hardest things I have ever done. It hurt to see the look on his face, but what hurt the most was that I knew things would never be the same. I've seen this guy around town a few times before. He doesn't stay in one place long, but he's still something of a permanent fixture. I couldn't face getting the package on my own. I just froze up. Trevor offered to help, but I decided I should really talk to Mum directly about it. I don't know why I had such trouble with picking up the package. It felt stupid to admit it to Mum, but the whole thing felt impossible at the time.
The Burning Heart. They called him the Amazing Randolph, but no one at the carnival knew his real name. His tricks earned him the title of wizard, though in truth he was an alchemist. He knew how to change one thing into another. A pocket watch into golden glitter, water into wine. On stage he would astound. In private he answered personal requests. Most people came to him seeking their fortune and left disappointed by the limits of his powers. A woman came to him, wanting to make her love for another disappear. He told her he could only transform it. She accepted. The pain of longing had been unbearable. The alchemist had taken it from her and given her fire instead. Soon everything she touched lit with a blaze. As she watched those around her scream in torment, she just smiled. It didn't hurt her anymore. She found a new role at the carnival as the girl who danced with fire. People knew to keep their distance now, lest they feel the pain of her embrace.
I hadn't realised how bad things had gotten between me and Elena. I never expected her to stand up to me like that. Anne was happier than I'd ever seen her. She had no idea how bad that made me feel, but I knew it wasn't her fault. I wanted things to go back to the way they were with Henry. It was a stupid mistake. I lost his trust and his friendship. I'd always hoped Dad and Mum would fix things and get back together. I was shocked to realise neither of them were even trying. I'd never even met this Rachel, and Dad was already dating her. I'm not sure I'm ready for him to be seeing someone new. I was surprised Mum was on Dad's side with this. Neither of them cared about repairing their relationship. I may never find out exactly what happened with Mum and John, but it seems like it hurt everyone pretty bad. I told Dad I understood that he had to get on with his life. It hurt, but I want him to be happy. When I spoke at her grave, I tried to tell Gran what I really felt, but I'm not sure if there was any point in doing it. Maybe in the end, it was for my sake and not for hers.
The Man and the Mirror. Marvin was lonely. His friends had harassed him until he'd agreed to come to the carnival, but he'd rather have been at home. Everywhere he went, it was like he could almost see her, but it was never her. She hadn't been there in a long time. He escaped the group as they headed for the roller coaster. His eyes had been caught by something much more mysterious, the Hall of Truth. The old man outside promised that whomever entered would have their truest desires made real before their eyes. Marvin stood in the hall of toy mirrors distorting his shape in unnatural ways and decided this had been a mistake. He tried to leave but found he was lost in an endless maze of mirrors. He was fed up and wanted to go home. Then something in the reflection caught his eye. He was not alone. Every mirror showed a moment of revelry between him and his friends. So many good times. He wandered the labyrinth of magic mirrors, desperately seeking the right one, where she was still with him. He awoke to sunlight as the carnival was disassembled around him. His night of searching had led to nothing but exhaustion. The old man who ran the store laughed at Marvin. It's hard, isn't it, to face what we truly need when our minds are clouded with things we want. Marvin went home, unsure if it had all been a dream, and even more unsure of what kind of person he had become.
Mum told me I had to go to the hospital. I've been putting it off for a while, but I just didn't want to face it. I lost Eleanor as a friend that day. I was so angry at her. I wanted to blame her for it, but it was my fault. John told me it wasn't my fault. I wanted to believe him, but I just wanted so hard to turn back the clock. I thought the priest would have something to say that made me feel better about everything. But instead, he made me feel like this would go on forever. I guess I'd always been dismissive about Trevor, but he was the only one of my friends who seemed to understand what I was going through. It was no surprise to me that Catherine was utterly clueless. I couldn't blame her. If things had been the other way round, what would I say? had no idea Mrs. Martin had lost a child. I don't know why, but it helped to be reminded I'm not the only person to go through something like this. Anne wanted to help, but she couldn't. No one could. It was long past the point where anyone could. Keith means well, but he just makes me feel even worse about everything. I wanted the nurse to tell me everything was going to be fine, but I appreciated her honesty. Everyone is always too worried about upsetting me to simply tell me the truth. I never thought I'd see my father like this. He'd always been so strong in spite of everything. To see him so broken was a shock. That day at the carnival was like a dream. It was all too much to process. I couldn't accept that any of it was really happening.
The end of Grace. They called her Lady Grace, but in truth she was the big boss. Nothing happened at the carnival without her approval. When she inherited the carnival from her father, it already had a grand reputation. Under her leadership, it would become so much more. She demanded that everyone who walked through the gates would find something that would amaze, excite, or delight them. There had been a few accidents, but nothing serious. She managed every aspect of maintenance carefully and fired anyone who didn't. She was always calm and decisive. No matter how bad things got, she always had a plan to fix whatever problems arose. Until the day the big wheel fell. Only one cart had come loose, and later she was told the damage was so subtle it would have been impossible to spot beforehand. However, that cart had been occupied. A young girl had ridden alone while her mother and sister waited at the bottom. To any other carnival, a single blameless death might not have been the end. However, their renown worked against them. Soon all their bookings were being cancelled and it hit everyone hard, especially Lady Grace. She gathered everyone together for one final meal, to remember the good times, to celebrate what they had achieved, to say goodbye.
What's written on the pages of my journal is not a chronicle of my life. None of these moments really happened like this, but this is how I remember them now. Looking back at my childhood, it's hard to understand why I said the things I did. I didn't understand how they would affect the people around me. Every choice I remember opens a door to a different world, a dream of how things might have been if I'd made better choices, been a better person. When I tore out those pages, I thought I could write a new story, a second chance when I'd lost all hope, a better history than the one that actually happened. In this new reality, we'd still be together, but eventually, I had to wake up. This is the day my sister died. See you around, sis. I'm sorry I lied to you. I didn't tell you about her. About how amazing she was. I should have used our time together to explain to you just how caring and generous she was. I'm not saying she was perfect, but she was a better person than I could ever be. She made me who I am, and by pretending she didn't exist, I've betrayed her. I'm still selfish. I built a dream world for myself, a place where I only had to worry about my own problems and forgot about everyone else's. Maybe I've not changed that much since I was a kid. I could have said thousands of words about her, and you'd still not know her like I did. You'd never understand what she meant to me, or why. I want to tell you that I think about her every day, but that wouldn't be true either. Some days it's easier to just focus on what's in front of me than remember the sadness eating away at me. I want to tell you that the memories I have of her are of the good times we shared, but remembering her face brings me pain. It reminds me how empty, how alone I feel without her. I want to tell you that it's become easier over time. Maybe it has, but every time I wake up from dreams about her, it's like losing her all over again. She would be so proud to see how far I've come. I couldn't have done it without her. I hate that she couldn't see what she gave me. I know I'm not special. We all lose people, and although I'd lost people before, losing her hurt me in a way I can't put into words. Many of our struggles in life make us stronger, but this broke me down. It gave me wounds that might never heal, scars that might never fade. I'm a weaker person now. Maybe that's how it should be. I wish I had some final, clever thought to end with. One that might make you understand what all this was about. But all I have is me. A broken, messed up person, trying to struggle through a life that doesn't make sense. That's just who I am.